Hey everyone, what's up? Shibby Swag here. I hope you're all doing very, very well. And here we are, Supreme Ruler 2030. The demo finally released, not right now, but probably about 2 weeks ago. But now I'm just barely hearing about it. Uh, this is not necessarily going to be a first look, although for me it is going to be a first play. As I've already watched some other YouTubers, do the demo, but that was a while back, and there really haven't been any updates. So as far as any new videos being released. But we're just going to go ahead and go over it as if it kind of was a first look. You can see we are in demo version 12.0.1155, and this has been updated versus the previous one, which, like I said, the last video was about maybe 10, I'll just say a week and a half to 2 weeks ago. So um, there have been some little patches that have been done. I'm presuming. I hope. And it is an update. I haven't read the updated file, but we'll just go ahead and go through. Now, right now, we do have some modes available to us. We have the tutorial modes, which of course goes through all the tutorials if you're new for the game. But me, I never really bother much with tutorials. I feel the best way to learn is actually by playing and messing up and then learning how to do it that way. Um, we do have sandbox mode. We have, of course, a load mode if we want to save, and we have an online mode. I don't know if the online mode is fully functional. I've been hearing from other people that have tried it, especially ones that are in the closed beta, that it works, but it has heavy desync issues. So I'm hoping, you know, Battle Goat definitely fixes that. But it's a demo. You can't. It's basically the same as like, hey, I'm even going to have it up here. This is a work in progress. Does not represent the final game. So yeah, but let's just go ahead and go through. I mean, we have our options right here. You have your general, not too much has really changed. You have your map effects right here. You can choose your watercolor, light blue, blue, or dark blue. Oh, crashed. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Yeah, so hey, Battle Goat, when you try and change the watercolor, game crashes. So yeah, there's a bug already. So we do have some little ticks we could do here. You have your units. You could show excluded, favorite units, replace units. You could use the legacy HUD. So this is the like the SRU type screen, I'm guessing, or just the original the original UI. I'll just say original UI. I already kind of went through this a little bit, just watching the other videos. Like I said, I like the actual game. This will be the first for me. Um, and they made the UI. If you play Galactic Ruler, it's extremely similar to that. So, and I have played Galactic Ruler, so coming from that, it should be pretty familiar for me. Um, Here's an option right here: boost this fastest game speed. Now, when you're playing the game, and this is according to the devs, um, when you tick this box, it's gonna run the game as fast as your computer can handle it. So you're still gonna have your normal game modes. You're gonna have, fast is fast, normal, slow, very slow, and of course pause. But if you tick this box right here, it's basically gonna say, okay, let's put the game into overdrive, and the limitation is your computer. I haven't tested that, and I'm not sure, is it being a demo? I'm probably not going to. Maybe there's some other videos that have done that, but I'm not. And now we have the map options, so nothing really new here. Here's where it crashed. So, hey, Battle Go. Yeah, that crashed the game, changing the watercolor. Not that it matters. I personally like dark blue. I think that's the way it should be by default. So we're just that, and then you have, of course, your message pop-ups to where you can you have in descending order. You can have it ascending like that. You can pause on events, pause on objectives, empire news and colonies, colony news in the empire. You can set your minimum message threshold. You can have all of them, low, medium, or high. I personally just like to leave it on low. And pretty much there's not really too much. I mean, you have your screen resolution here. You can use native. You can run game in the window mode. You have your GUI scaling. You can up that up if you want, just to make your GUI a little bit more bigger if it's small, especially if you're running a 4K monitor. I do have most of the sounds turned down, as even if I tick the music volume up a little bit, it is extremely loud. Like, very, as you can see, I pretty much have it next to 0. There's Mr. Felix jumping up behind me. Wouldn't be a swag without the Felix. Copyright-free music. This is, again, pulled over from Galactic Ruler. What it does is it just puts the original SRU in the background. That way you don't get a copyright strike for it if you are recording it. So, the only thing we can do right now is sandbox mode. And the scenario is Battle for Russia 2030. So, Putin has died. You can have all these different, you can be somewhere in Siberia, you can, basically Russia has fragmented. So there's no more Russia. It's just fragmented into 8 different states, or 8 different smaller countries, whatever you want to pick. And each one gets its own little kind of scenario story as to what's happened. So, you know, you can go ahead and read that. Now, this is a full scenario. You can play the game. So, nothing here that's going to say, oh, you're on a time limit. No, no, no. This is a full-blown scenario that you can play. So, not going to read it. But, here, we'll just go ahead and pick, here, we'll go with Eastern Siberia. Over by Japan, if I'm not mistaken. Most of this is all close to Europe, so you have your options here. Instead of, they changed the UI, so what you have here is now, instead of, you could basically have the preset and it'll show preset the game options itself. So we'll just leave it on normal. But then you have your individual game settings. Startup, you have your military, your economic, your diplomatic, resources. Like I said, whatever you set this to, it's going to automatic. I believe it should automatically pick it. So let's try. So let's see if you put very hard, it's going to automatically set everything like that. So, I don't know why, but usually in gameplay, this is where this one is critical international opinion. I don't know if they just didn't have room on the menu to add it into the actual gameplay. But it's the same thing right here. Like, you have all your common settings. You have your systems, you have your weathers, your spheres of influence, capital, colonies, keep military complexes, loyalty, Israel, transfer. No, that we can take on. And, you know, I'll play for a little bit. I'm not going to play the full-on scenario, but, you know, we'll play through it, go through all the different things. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, let's just go ahead and you have your victory conditions right here. Capture general fleet. You have your world volatility, medium, high, very high, none low. So it depends how many people are going to declare war on when. So we'll just go ahead and start it. Sounds like the good old Cold War music. Okay, so Battle of Russia. Russia is fragmented in different regions. So basically, yeah, this is just going to give you a synopsis. And like I said, if you come from Galactic Ruler, the UI is essentially the same. You have your time control up here, so you can pause the game. And like I say, here's where you can set the speed fastest. Even on fastest, it's still pretty fast. Japan determined their involvement. And yada yada. So basically it wants us to make an alliance with Japan, I think. And now over here on the side, again, like I said, it's exactly the same as Galactic Ruler. You're gonna have all of your icons up here. So that's what I like about that when I play. It's like everything's presented for you. You don't have to go through here, and we'll go through down here in a minute. And then So you can see everything at a glance, what you have. You don't have to go and go, oh, check, 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 like you did in the old SRU game. You don't have to, I mean, you still can. You can go through each and every single one of these. But you can also highlight it and it'll tell you exactly what you're producing, what your use is. So I really like that feature. It's definitely a lot more easier than having to go and sort through everything down here. Like I said, we'll go through all this down here too. Well, now over in here we have there's your game menu right here. You have your regional affairs, so basically the atlas. You have your daily figures, or you can show annual figures. And you can show the weather, or you cannot show the weather. So. Alrighty then. So now let's go ahead and go down here. Start from the bottom left. Like I said, most of you have probably already seen videos, but there's one thing I noticed, and we're actually going to go over to here real quick, is in the last videos that I saw people playing open beta, these buttons were very small. So I'm glad to see that if BattleGoat watched some users and they said, okay, let's go ahead and make these a little bit bigger, and they filled up because there was like a space, maybe about like from here, that was just empty. So I'm glad to see that they actually increased the button size to match. So definitely a lot more easier to see. So plus ups for that, BattleGoat. Good job. Alright, so here we have our land department, where we can go ahead and click on tiles and go ahead and exactly what's going on. So like with the previous games, you know, you have your hexes here. You can see what's going on right there. You have your rubber synth, Now, instead of actually it being down here, what you can do is you can actually left click, and this will bring up the options: decommission, deactivate, repair, build a new facility, or name the location. And over here we have the weather. We have the kind of, what do you call it? Temperate, I guess that it's on. The kind of land. It's plains. Why I have, oh, it's low visibility. Okay. And you have your supply. And it has road and rail. So station. And the loyalty. They're 100% loyal to Eastern Siberia. They should be, because Vladivostok is our capital. Alright, next we have our state tab. Of course, not much has changed from here. You can see your diplomacy, your economy, your military. All of your approval ratings are down here, so that's pretty much the same. Of course, you have your minister control. You can have him say, hey, I want to trade focus, military, isolation, intelligence. AI in this is definitely a lot, well, it's a little bit better. I can say a lot better, but definitely a little bit. And of course, here you have your facility controls where you build. I think like you can either, yeah, here you go. You can just click the build button, a little hammer pops up, and you can, wherever it's green, you can go ahead and build. So that's something new. All right, moving on to our economics tab. Again, same thing. You have your minister control that hasn't changed. You have your overall spending. You have your tax rate. You have your locks right here, which I always do. I'm really like not so much into micromanaging, but there's certain things that I just don't want the AI to do. Of course, right here you have your income report, you have your expenses, you have your taxation, where you can change the individual or you can raise it up as a whole. And same with social spending. You have all of your bars and everything right here, what you're spending on. So pretty much same thing. Just like up here, you have your resources. Down here, you have your resources tab. But this is actually where you would lock stuff off. I want to lock everything. That way, your minister can take control of what's going on. Do that. Lock it all. Apparently the cat's going crazy. And again, like I say, you got your minister controls right here. All the different various options you have. Oh, there he goes. Yeah, he's bouncing around. Now he's on top of the fridge and having a good time. Yeah, there he goes, meowing around. Hey, Mr. Cat, everybody. I think he's or something out in here. He's like, it's my lunch. Oh, he has food. I take very good care of him. Okay. Anyway, where was I? Okay, so, so that really hasn't changed from SRU. Or just Supreme General. Now, Research Queue. This one has changed a little bit. The UI is a little bit confusing at this point, but again, same thing. Your minister controls lock off, and hey, I want you to spend everything I have. Okay, hold on, everybody. He's gonna drive me crazy. Okay, now researching, in order to research a tech, you have to actually click on the research queue, and then you have to hit this little plus size right here, rather than it just being all available. So here's where you're gonna find all your techs. I know it's like a little extra step, but where you would actually start doing your drop down, and not much has changed. You have your non-tradables, which if you're new at the game, always make sure you research those first, and then since we have 3, I'll do like 1, 2, and then we will pick a oh, we have to research the T. What happened? A lot of us stuck. Okay, so to research the T80, it's automatically going to add Tech 91 because we need that as a prereq before we can research that. So there you go. Yeah, I didn't have to close it. You can always just leave it here. Same thing with the military queue. You gotta go to the build unit, which it defaults to. That's another thing. Anything you click, so if I click on here, go here, it's gonna automatically it has its defaults, which so like even if you click on the state tab, it's gonna automatically default to the espionage B1 and uncabinet. But in hindsight, it doesn't really matter. Still gonna have to click. I personally like it. God, excuse me, I'm losing my voice. Because when I'm going here, yeah, of course, the thing I want to do is build. So, but same with the tech, you just go right here to build the unit, and then you go ahead and start, which we have absolutely no production of because we have no land fabs. Oh, can't build any military units if we don't have any land fabrications. And of course, the same thing right here, and then you have your global rule. This button right here, all the way on the side, is your global rules of engagement. Oh, I didn't go through all the tech options. Okay, there, minister. There's your research queue. This will bring up your technology races. Sorry, everybody. Here's all your known technologies. Oh, hello. I think I spotted a little bug. All right, so instead of facility controls, yeah, they have these both as both known technologies, so that's got to get fixed. So, hey, Battle Goat, you got a big typo right here. So just calling that out. Hopefully they'll watch this and they'll be like, oh, crap, yeah, we missed that. But anyway, yeah, so that's where you would go ahead and build that. And of course, you have your facility controls right here. So say if we want to build a land production, click on that, and we'll click on somewhere over. Put it right here. But it's fastest. Have some new alliances formed, and we just got a trade deal. Diplomatic offer, okay. So, yeah, like I said, these are going to come up on the side. You can kind of filter which ones you want on and off. So these guys are offering me 17 millions for consumers. Okay, Cam. Now, I'll probably, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and yeah, so see there's Japan requesting an alliance. Okay, that's part of the script. But what I would like to do is I'm probably going to reload as a nation that has units already, because I want to see if they fixed a bug. And that bug was when you go in and you declare war, you would end up destroying the city before you could even capture it. So that would immediately kill off the populations. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and reload the game. After I go ahead and show you guys a couple more things. Alright, so I think we've pretty much covered all of this. We've covered this. We've covered this up here. Like I said, these are just the filters on and off. Again, you can set additional options in the game. This is just more of a basic overview. I don't know if I'll even actually look at this. Those are some nice 3D models. I'm not gonna play like the full-on game because, like I said, it's still got some fixes that need to be implemented. But look, you can just go down here and see all the beautiful. Those models are beautiful, and the game is running so smooth on 64 bits. No input lag at all. Okay, so here you can see there's a war going on right now between Belarus and attacking who? Oh, Poland and Belarus are at war. Okay, as well as Ukraine. So Ukraine and Poland are attacking Belarus, or Belarus declared war on one of them and the other's got a mutual defense or alliance. I don't know. But let's go ahead and go over the filters down here, and that's all these are. Is they're just filters. You have your combat overlay. You can see terrain. So definitely you have high ground. So that's going to start actually playing an important part. So if you're defending, you probably definitely want to have like artillery and support units on high ground so they get more of a better shot at hitting the enemy. Let's just go ahead and put this on pause. Turn that on and off. You have low visibility, which is sure. Garrisons. Yeah, that's another thing. Like the game starts out, everything at least has like one garrison, at least. Like turn that on and off. Have coastal water filter. Have your defensive terrain. So also a good idea to. And most of it seems to be around the high ground. So if you have like really good defensive terrain, again, that'd be a good idea to put your units there. Of course, you got your line of sight, which is kind of hard to see. So I'm not really sure how good that's actually going to be. Here, of course, you have your battle zones, your theater control, your allies and your enemies, relations, your empire. Oh, that's all mine. Show ownership, who owns what. Of course, your loyalty levels, supply level, and the hex grids if you want to have the hexes on. And again, you have have nav points, capital relationships, turn the HUD on and off, so that's just going to take away the city, and so some other things as well. You can literally turn all the facilities off if you just want to have a map. Have units on and off, you can have the weather on and off. So again, these are just filters, just like with the previous game. You can have your, for all your, which is good too, because it does, like I said, it makes it more streamlined, where you can just, oh, click here and then go here, and you can see exactly what you have and where. And that's just a reset filter button, so I'll just put everything to default. Excuse me. Over here you have your unit presence, but we don't have any units right now, so I'll definitely show that. Pick somebody else. God, excuse me. My medication I'm taking for my heart gives me such a dry mouth. You have your facility controls right here, which I love the fact that it's its own separate thing now, instead of having to go through every single tab over here. So I'm actually happy with that change, because before you'd have to go through the LAN, and you'd have to go here, and then you'd have to, I mean, you still can. You can still go ahead and click and it'll take you here, but this definitely sorts it out better, so you can see exactly where your stuff is. You can filter through it, show offline, showing construction, wrapped, repairs, any paused. You have your diplomatic status right here, of course. So basically they moved everything from over here, like on the land and state tab, to over here, so that it's its own separate entity. Now this right here, this was pulled over from Galactic Ruler, your supply chain. It shows you exactly what is going to what. So we have, for industry goods, you can see you have 59,000 tons from oil, 9,000 tons from coal, 25. So it definitely shows you a lot better what is going to what in terms of your research. And then see, you have a little bit of indie goods going towards consumer and military goods as well. And of course you can sort it through however you want. Resource statistics. Again, this was over on this side, so glad they moved everything over to its own thing. This is where you're going to go and see, okay, who's in production of what. So India is #1 production in agriculture, and China's #1 in consumption. So same with like industry goods, consumer, power, which for whatever reason the United States is producing and consuming, except for a couple things. Alright, here you have your battle zones control. So again, that's just if you want to select different battle zones to manage, if you want your AI to go ahead and take care of that. And same with theater control, except this is for the whole theater. Alrighty, and then yeah, so that's pretty much it covering that tab down there. Oh, and then yeah, you have the view map buttons where you can click and drag anywhere you map. I think that pretty much sums it up, at least for the UI. Like I said, it's not too much. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, so never mind. I have one more thing to cover. The land tab for the transportation is where you're gonna come if you want to remove any roads or on that. And oh, I can't remember. There was a shortcut in Supreme Ruler Ultimate where you can just click and you would hold down something and just click on it and it'll automatically kind of remove the roads for you. I'll have to ask the team what that shortcut was when we do our World War II game. Alright, so let's go ahead and cut out to the main menu. I think it's going to say it's quick game, so that's not going to take me back to the main menu, unfortunately. Oh, I was wrong. Okay, yeah, you have quick game, save, and then quit and return to desktop. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go back, and we're going to actually pick Moscow. So, everything's going to be the same. And we're going to just deploy our military. Deploy all. Alright, so let's go ahead. If it should work correctly. So if you select a lot of units, like so I have a mixture of everything here. If you don't want to, and just like with again, say with Galactic Ruler, the orders now appear your top left screen. All of your selected units are going to appear right here. If you want to, you can select individual units, or if you want to hold down control, select multiple units. Name, you can select all the items in this. You can, except there's one thing that I am looking for here. First, you have your rules of engagement right now. Well, but I'm not seeing it. Maybe you guys can put it down in comments. There it is, but I'm trying to see. I like to create battle groups. It's just so much easier for me to manage unit rail on fire missiles. So I don't see it on here. Oh, it's on here. Here we go. Battle group control. That's right. So I can create a battle group. I can remove a battle group. So, all right, but let's go ahead and get all of our land units. So we're gonna select everything. And if you want to filter through what you have selected, all you have to do is just click the corresponding icon. Floppy 2, I don't have any missiles or right now. But oh, sorry, naval. I don't have naval. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and see, who should we declare war on? Someone with a here. We'll go ahead and move everybody to right here. There they go. The 3D models are just awesome. Moscow Task Force is moving out. And like that, same option. We can go ahead and declare war. Then see what happens if we destroy this city or if we take it. Assuming we're going to take it. Have no Okay, maybe not the best example to see if it would actually destroy the cities. Let's see what our airport's going to do, huh? So are we going into Ukrainian territory? I guess so. What is that, a MiG-31? Yeah. Yeah, Su-35s. Okay, so it does look like they might... God, even the battle sounds still too loud. What I mean about how loud it is. So it looks like they might have fixed the city. Might have addressed that because so far, yeah, even so, softball is... I'm losing units, but the city's health is not going down. So it does look like they indeed actually fixed that, which is good. Attack! Alright, we have a breakthrough. Send in reinforcements. Alright, so like, see, right now, where would be a good... There is no high ground. Oh, wow. Alright, well, that being said... Wait, no, we've almost broke him. Back! Get him, get him, get him! I don't know why or how Russia has a U-2 spy plane, but okay. Okay, good. They definitely fixed the city, because before, what happened is that city health bar would drop all the way to 0 before you could even cap it. So that's good to know that they definitely did fix that. Good job, Battlefield. Okay, so yeah, I know I'm not, well, this was just a test run, like I said. It's not like I was gonna play through the entire game. So, but that's just basically the gist of it. Glad that they did fix a lot of things, and there still leaves a little bit to be fixed. But overall, nice job. So that is the demo version of 12.0.1155. So I will see you guys if they do another update. So be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.